two-day Gaza ceasefire has now expired. After extensive security consultations overnight, Israel adopted U.S. Middle East envoy Steve Witkoff's proposal for a temporary ceasefire in Gaza over the Ramadan and Passover holidays. According to the Witkoff plan, on the first day of the framework, half of the living hostages and bodies of deceased would be released. If an agreement is reached for a permanent ceasefire, the remaining living and deceased hostages would then be freed. Overnight, security deliberations headed by Prime Minister Netanyahu coincided with the expiration of Phase 1 of the deal. The PMO notes that Hamas has so far remained firm in its refusal to accept the Witkoff plan. Israeli officials said that if Hamas changes its position, Israel would immediately enter talks on details of the framework. In the meantime, Israel ordered a halt to humanitarian aid into Gaza, and the IDF stands ready to renew the fighting. The body of returned hostage Shlomo Mansour was laid to rest today in Kisufim. The procession set out this morning from Rishon LeZion to a final resting place in his home community of Kibbutz Kisufim, where he was murdered on October 7, 2023, and his body taken to Gaza. Thousands of Israelis lined the streets carrying Israeli flags to pay their last respects to Shlomo Mansour. Meanwhile, Hamas has released another propaganda video. This one shows recently released captive Yair Horn, 46, saying goodbye to his younger brother Eitan, 38, who is still being held in Gaza. Eitan is seen pleading to be released. The video begins with 5 hostages sitting on the floor. They included the Horn brothers, Sagi Dekelchen, and 2 other hostages whose faces Hamas blurred in the video. The father of hostage Nimrod Cohen later identified his son as one of the hostages by the tattoo on his forearm. The IDF has presented probes into failures during the lead-up to the Hamas invasion of southern Israel on October 7, 2023, and its response to the attack. The top-level military investigation of the failures at the start of the war show that the army misread Hamas for years, leaving the south completely open to attack. The probe revealed that the IDF failed to recognize the imminent invasion in the hours leading up to the attack and details the chaos that slowed the army response to the invasion. A section dealing with perception found that prior to October 7th, the IDF believed that Hamas did not represent a significant threat, its tunnel networks had been degraded, and any cross-border attack would be stopped by Israel's high-tech border fence. IDF intelligence dismissed reports outlining Hamas's intent to launch a wide-scale attack as unrealistic. It was also wrongly assumed that Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar was a pragmatist, not looking for a major escalation, but rather was focused on Hamas rocket-making capabilities.
Experience the power of truth with ILTV News. If you're looking for quality content and captivating visuals, join our news community and become an integral part of our team as we embark on a mission to unveil the real Israel, dismantling the web of lies and misinformation that surround reporting on Israel. By subscribing to ILTV News, you will not only have access to the latest updates, but you will also amplify our message, creating a ripple effect that carries the truth far and wide. Subscribe today and help reshape the narrative. Available on the web, Android, and Apple.